All right, maximum city, maximum chaos. That's what the city of Mumbai is witnessing as we speak. Heavy rains lashing Mumbai completely underwater. Heavy water logging being reported. Traffic gridlocks creating chaos on the streets, on the roads. Several arterial roads have been submerged. Areas right across the city from Lower Parel to Hind Mata, Dadar, Elphinstone area, Andheri East, Wadala, Jogeshwari, Khar West, Andheri. From suburbs to main town to the nerve center to South Mumbai, all underwater. Rains have also disrupted communication lines and power connectivity across the city. Thousands of Russia commuters have been left stranded as the suburban rail services are delayed or the tracks are already submerged. A signalling failure at Bandra railway station also held up local trains. At least 2 flights have also been diverted. BMC control room and disaster management teams have been put on high alert as the high tide is expected to hit the Mumbai coast at 4:35 p.m. this evening.
To heavy rains in Mumbai, traffic has been affected, rail traffic has been affected. There are no trains for people to go from Kalyan towards Mumbai. There's waterlogging at Sion, Kurla, Bhandop and several other places. The derailment of Duronto Express at early morning this morning also led to problem in train movement, due to which, as you can see, there's huge traffic on the highways. The highway is completely jammed. We are at the Shil-Fata highway at present. Devesh in Mumbai for India Today.
I'm right now at Andheri railway station, and because of the heavy rain since last night, almost every railway station is filled with water, and which is one of the reasons why, especially at Bandra, the points have failed, the signals have failed, because of which almost everywhere, as you can see, the trains have halted. There's no train which is going towards Churchgate at this moment. There is such a chaos because although announcements are being made, but no one is really getting to know exactly which train is leading towards their destination. And that's one of the reasons why there is a little bit of chaos, especially at Andheri railway station where I'm located. Vidya in Mumbai for India Today.
It's raining incessantly in Mumbai since morning, and we are at Pratiksha Nagar area in Sion. As you can see, water logging here. Knee water, people have to wade their way through water logging. We have been making several claims this year about water logging and taking precautions so that there is no problem during the monsoon. As you can see, knee-deep water here in Sion area, and people have to face a lot of difficulties. No public transport line on the road, no taxi, no accident.
All right, I want to connect to Vidya. We're going to go across to our reporters all across the city of Mumbai. Things not looking good right now. The high tide is going to peak at about 5 p.m. and a word coming in that KEM Hospital, one of the nerve centers for medical care where Mumbai is concerned, is also now completely flooded, where patients are being evacuated as we speak. My colleague Vidya is trying to get as close to KEM as possible. However, there is all right, I believe you're getting in live shots of the KEM Hospital. We want to connect to that. These are shots coming in. You can see the corridors. They're completely flooded. Patients moving out. Some of them, of course, extremely ill, have been admitted to this hospital. You know, one just needs to put this out. Now, this is a government hospital. It is one of the nerve centers, one of the biggest hospitals for medical care where Mumbai is concerned. And one rain, the government hospital is completely submerged. Now, where these people are going to go, where are they being evacuated to? Some of them are in patients. I want to connect to Vidya. Vidya, I believe you're trying to make your way to KEM Hospital. Would you give us the latest? I believe the entire hospital is flooded. Where are these patients going to be evacuated to?
Well, there are different floors in the hospital, and that's one of the reasons the authorities are hoping that as of now, they will be able to, transfer some of the patients from the ground floor to the wards in the upper floor. But the good thing is that most of the OPDs are the ones which are on the ground floor. Most of the wards are on the first floor, and that's where, most of the people are not affected that much. But because the OPD was downstairs, people who were visiting the KEM hospital, they were the ones who were affected mainly because they had to wade through water to get to the...
Vidya, we've lost you. Will you try and, we're going to try and reconnect, do that from your end as well. We need to come to you to get the latest updates there. So what Vidya is saying is that, of course, the KEM hospital has many floors, so the low-lying floor The ground floor has been completely inundated. All the inpatients from there are being evacuated and moved to the floors above. All right, let's, but one thing, of course, is the fact that the Mumbaikars are extremely used to this. This is something which plays out year after year. Let's listen in to prominent voices.
BMC is in a complete state of alert. There are 313 flooding spots, and on which 136 pumps are already operationalized. We have got 6 stormwater drain pumping stations. All of them have already been operationalized. Our all assistant commissioners and zonal deputy municipal commissioners are in the field. All engineers and concerned workers also in the field. Parel, then Sion and Andheri subway, they are the worst affected areas. The BST bus has been diverted. Traffic has been diverted. At the rest of the places, the traffic is moving slowly. Trains are also moving slowly. Just now we have received the information from the Harbour Railway Control Room that they have stopped the train because of water flooding at Mai. And the situation, so far as BMC is concerned, we are in complete state of alertness.
We cannot blame anyone for the rains. The rains are much required thing in our city, our country for that matter. And I think the only grouse is that how prepared are we for the rain?
True.
And if we're not prepared, then how much of that conversation should flow down to the public? Why should a public that pays such immense taxes just be allowed to flounder around when it rains like crazy? Along with a high tide on a Visarjan day, it's not about the rains as much as it is about the governance and how you're taking care of us and what is the next step. I think at least, I heard a lot of talk about the infrastructure and whether it's viable, whether Mumbai is, the kind of surface it is. And I've heard these stories before. My point is, I think you need to figure out what can be done and then convey it to the public. You can't keep it under wraps and expect that, when something happens, we will go through stuff together and then not say anything, not complain. Why would we not do that? We will expect our infrastructure.
All right, my colleague Vidya trying to close in on the KEM hospital en route, stuck in a traffic jam, but constantly in check with the authorities there, in touch with them. Vidya, we do not want to sound alarmist, but what seems to be, and with the kind of predictions coming in, it seems to be like a typhoon-like situation where Mumbai is concerned. It seems at least a throwback to 2005.
Well, it certainly is, and that's the reason why it feels more scary is the fact that, the authorities were as unprepared as they were 2005. The BMC put out a warning of asking people to not come out of their homes until anything was urgent. That was put out only at 2, while it had been raining heavily since last night. So why was there such a huge delay is something that every Mumbaiker wants to know.
All right, Vidya, okay, fine. There is anger, palpable anger, but now information needs to be sent out. The post-mortem, once again, why the BMC wasn't prepared, all of those questions need to be asked, but right now information needs to be given out because 4:30, in just about an hour, we are actually looking at the high tide peaking. Now, that's the time where there's a rush hour in terms of traffic. That's the time when most offices, people will be coming back home, even though the Mumbai police, and I'm just going through those tweets with there, have given out an advisory which says that officers should let go of employees early as there is a flood warning that has been given out. Vidya, take us through this. You're looking... Okay, all right. Vidya, I'm going to just come to you. The reason why is because we're cutting across to the Chief Minister. Devendra Fadnavis trying, taking stock of the situation. Many would say too little, too late because the BMC seems to have completely failed, but those questions are to be raised later. Right now, things need to be brought under control as quickly as possible. All right, so shots of Devendra Fadnavis. He has created a center there, a nerve center for all information to come in and go out in a schematic fashion. Let's try and listen into what he's saying.
झाड़ा पडले जो कौन सा है? ओके.
You know, many would wonder, this seems to be like a PR exercise as well, where you can see him picking up the phone in front of cameras, checking with various coordinators, with various authority, people in authority across Mumbai on how flooded that particular area is. Speaking in Marathi. Once again, let's try and get in a listen.
Hello. Hello.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस बोलतोय. कोण बोलतोय? बरं. मी आता इकडे मंत्रालयाच्या कंट्रोल रूम मधून बोलतोय. काय एकूण सगळी परिस्थिती आहे? बरं.
All right, so okay, he's speaking in Marathi. He's at the disaster management office. The chief minister now taking stock, keeping in mind, the complete abyss in drainage where Mumbai is concerned, where you can see a city at the edge of civic collapse. But once again, like we said, those are questions for later. Devendra Fadnavis trying to take stock of the situation. Want to take our viewers through the latest tweets coming in by the Mumbai police. We'd also expect our producers to pull those tweets out, because those are important to be given out right now. So the Mumbai police just about 10 minutes ago has tweeted, if you're still at work, don't panic. Leave. A little delay and planned travel may help you better. Also giving out the various areas which are completely submerged and need to be avoided. All right, okay. So Devendra Fadnavis now in the wake of the latest weather reports, taking stock of the situation himself. He's at the disaster management center talking to various people placed across the city, monitoring the flood situation, which right now seems precariously close, the city of Mumbai, to a virtual civic collapse. Vidya, I believe, is back with me. Vidya, if you can hear me, take us through the very latest, Vidya, because what seems to be, and I'm just going through the latest weather reports that are coming in, trickling in as we speak. Even if one looks at the weather map, you can see a typhoon-like situation moving towards Mumbai. So things are not looking good.
Well, it certainly is, and the worst part was that everyone in Mumbai was unprepared. In fact, that is exactly what has been in the petition that had been filed in the Bombay High Court by an advocate had asked for. That after 2005, the government has really not taken any step to predict what kind of rain that Mumbai will have. And this is the reason, in fact, right now, as I speak, for the last 1.5 hours, the rain has only intensified. It's raining much more than it was earlier in the morning. And the rainwater is now collating. If I can just show you, I'm right near the, the hospital, the King George's Medical Hospital, KEM Hospital, and this is the road which leads to it. And even now you can see that which are low-lying. That's where some of the water has already collated. While at other places, where there is a little high, water has not collected
Vidya,
as much. But
Vidya, I just want to come and just give out information. People would be leaving offices right now. They are clued into, the television coverage. Is the suburban train network working right now? Can they take a train back home?
No, it's certainly not the case. In fact, most of the network has been down because, especially in the last couple of hours, the rain water has only started collating much more. Everyone was waiting for the rainwater to recede from, especially in Mahim and Bandra areas, which had earlier in the morning seen water getting collected, because of which the entire system was down. But right now, in spite of waiting for so long, people are still stuck at the railway stations that they were waiting for the trains to really start. Right. So certainly, taking the trains is certainly not an advisable thing right now.
All right, Vidya, thank you for joining us. Going to come right back to you. But what Vidya pointed out there, for those who are leaving offices in Mumbai, the option of suburban train network is out. So rule that out. Make your way back through other modes of transport.